Hello ladies and gents, Nathan Calabria here, and I've got some cool pictures I want to share with you. As a huge Crash Bandicoot fan myself, I decided to come up with my own Bandicoot character, and I made this character exclusively for the story of Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. This is my character, Cassie Bandicoot. She is another sister for Crash and Coco to have. Cute, beautiful, fun, and adventurous. And I'm going to show you the pictures I made out of the Crash 4 game screenshots I took on my PlayStation 4. I've also added me to the story too, because I like pretending that I'm on fun adventures with Crash and his team. So here's the first one. This is the first picture of me and Cassie running with Crash Bandicoot on the Insanity Island level. I like how I did with the shadows that looks like we are actually in the game. This is us when we got caught by a spider and got tangled up in its web. Thought it would be a cool idea to show what it would look like if we got tangled up by a spider. And this is us when we see some trouble brewing up in Insanity Peak. So, Crash and Cassie had to go look for themselves, while I have to go find Coco and Aku Aku. This is what Cassie looked like when she and Crash are scared as they enter the Insanity Peak cave. Here's a sample of what Cassie would look like when she's swinging and jumping across with Crash. There's Crash and Cassie when they were being chased by a guardian. This screenshot was used from the internet. It's not a screenshot from the PlayStation 4, just so you know. This is where we all met up with each other, and we discovered a quantum rift. While everyone was trying to figure out where that rift came from, Cassie had a flirty look at me, like she had a slight crush, and I was blushing. Here's us running in a desert level where it's a junkyard apocalyptic rustland of some kind. And oh boy, it was really hot there. Now the Bandicoots are really good at grinding onto rails. Me, I'm having a bit of a hard time, but I'm doing my best to keep my balance. Next, we ended up into a pirate time dimension. While Cassie was playing pirate, we found some treasure. A lot of it. But then suddenly we got caught by pirates and got tied up. But don't worry, Tana came to the rescue and saved us. Here's a picture of me and Cassie exploring a beautiful Chinese garden level. It kinda looked like we were on our first date, but I wasn't really dating her. We're just friends, so we're not dating. Oh, and this is one of my favorite levels. We came to what appears to be a Day of the Dead festival parade in New Orleans. It was so much fun. There was music and dancing, ghosts playing trumpets, giant balloons and instruments, cannons blasting confetti, and skeletons performing. It was such a fun level. We partied all night. But when the party was over, we ended up in some cold, frosty ice dimension where Dr. Neocortex set up a trap for us and destroyed Crash forever. It was freezing cold there, though we were lucky to survive that Arctic temperature. Believe it or not, but Crash's enemy Cortex decided to join forces with us so we could save the time and universe. Cassie was like, "Aww," and then I was like, "What?" Because I didn't understand why Crash would hug Cortex. They're enemies. Next, we came to the time of Dinosaurs. While we were hopping on the dinosaurs' heads, I was starting to lose my balance, but Cassie said, "Grab my hand," so I can grab her hand and she could save me. I was so glad I did not fall off that head. Here's a picture of us when we were being chased by a big mean dinosaur. When we made it to the end, the dinosaur tried leaping across the lava, but he sank. Then I said, "Sayonara, sucker!" while Cassie blew raspberries. Next level was when we were in outer space. Then we crash landed on a strange planet with slippery pink slime and giant space turtles. It was really unusual, I'll tell ya. When we finally encountered Entropy, who was going to destroy time, the Bandicoots laid unconscious for a bit. I panicked and didn't know what to do, until the Quantum Masks came and helped us. After we defeated Entropy, we celebrated by going to the futuristic Snacks dimension, until Cortex took the mask for his revenge on Crash. That's right, he betrayed us. Cortex was going to stop himself from creating Crash. That way, Crash won't exist. Just like in Back to the Future. This is funny. Cortex said, "Do you know how stubborn I was?" And then we were all like, "Yes." And Crash nodded. So after Cortex was defeated, the quantum rifts were closed, the universe and time was saved, and we all took a break together by playing Crash Team Racing. And that was an adventure I would never forget with my friends. The end. Well, what did you think of my unique work? I like making stuff out of screenshots from my favorite games. Taking screenshots and recording videos is what I like to do on PlayStation. I plan to make some more on other games I like to play, but I'm going to take a break now that I've finished the ones on Crash 4. Thanks for viewing, and I'll see you next video. Bye!